How's it going? So this is a bit of like a maybe life lesson combined with league lesson at the same time. So okay, let me just think. Okay, so here we go. When I watched how these guys play the game, like I was yesterday, I was dual queuing with three guys, and they were all. One of them was gold, one of them was silver, and I had to carry them like 3 games in a row. Now, when I watched how they think, what they say, it's abundantly clear to me that their purpose is to. Like when he was a jungler, like the jungler guy was telling me, oh, blah, 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 I watched those guys, they're making such awesome plays. So his mentality was all about making plays. So his behavior was reflecting it. Do you understand? So when you set a goal in mind, your behavior is going to align with that goal. So think about it, right? So he set a goal in his mind, which was to make awesome plays. Alright? So now, throughout the game, you will notice his behavior was like prioritize a fight over objective. Multiple times, there was a free dragon happen, like literally a free dragon. The bot lane was pushed in. I pushed in my lane because I'm mid lane, and he walked from blue all the way to the Herald just to get into a fight so he can make awesome plays. All right, and this behavior was all like he sees a fight and he drops everything and he runs into it. Do you understand the problem? Like, but the objective of the game is to destroy the Nexus. So do you understand how these two objectives are not aligned with each other? Because awesome plays do not necessarily transition into winning the game, right? Other people have objectives. For example, let's say they have an objective of I want to have fun. Now that is a very, very broad objective in your head, right? So again, what do? They run. Now, have fun is to one-shot people, is to 1v3, like get a triple kill, get a quadra kill, outplay the opponent, blah, blah, blah. It's kind of like a manifestation. Awesome plays and have fun, they're kind of like children, siblings, I suppose. They're kind of like siblings, all right? So you see, that's why you see this like players that are not very successful at climbing. They have to rotate a lot of games. I know they get to high elo, but with enough games you can get there. But do you see, like, the problem is it manifests in their behavior. So I guess like what I'm trying to tell is that, okay, my objective in the game is to win the game, right? Well, let me do. Okay, so think about it this way. My structure, okay, win the game. Okay, so how does that manifest? Dragons, I prioritize dragons. Baron, okay, pushing the wave, stealing EXP and gold from enemy. Okay, so this can be done in two ways. You can either push the wave into enemy turret, so when they roam, they lose all the experience. Because you have to understand, when you slow push and you push 2 waves into the enemy turret, and if he's trying to make plays somewhere, he comes back now to lane, and there is those 2 waves have already died, so he doesn't get neither gold nor experience for it. So now you are 2 levels ahead. That's how you create a advantage in experience and gold, because he is doing silly roams. He's trying to um, have fun and make some awesome plays, but you're trying to win the game, so that mentality to some extent benefits you. And the second way to do it is you do the same to jungler. You see jungler doing some ganking weird shit, you take his camps. And that's it. And over time, this snowballs, and then win the team fights, push, take down inhibs. Create pressure so team can push. Do you understand how this is different to I want to have fun? So in here, you see, you're gonna be like, okay, what is fun? I suppose. Get a triple kill. Go into a team fight. Buy strong items, so you do more damage. Equals wait in the base till you get that extra 75 gold. Make a cool play with a teammate. Equals go into team fight. Do you understand that? That's why I see like these guys, they just like every time there's a fight breaks down, they just ram it. They just literally run into it. They don't make a cautious decision. Is that the best play for the current situation? Is that the best decision making? Okay, so how does that transition into real life? So in real life, you have to, like, to be considered a winner, I suppose, like, right? You need to make a lot of good decisions. So it boils down all about good decision making. So that's a very, very broad term. So now we need to define what is a good decision, right? A good decision is something that is in line with your goal in life. So for example, my goal in life was to create a system in League of Legends where you can win. Well, we'll just go on like one project. You can talk about project or talk about life, it makes no difference, right? What is the objective? Objective was to create a system where I win 100% of my games and I have control over the game, so I don't rage and I don't care about my teammates. So that is the League of Carry. Okay? Now, was it objective about rank? No, it was not, right? Is it gonna work in ranked? Yes, it will. But why am I using normals? Because it's easy to scout teammates. It makes no difference to me whether it's rank or not, as long as I can see the teammates. Now, this tool, it takes a bit too long. Like, just too long to analyze teammates, right? So, Professor, normals, fine. Fine for me. When I go into a game, again, I want to win the game, thus my behavior is in line with that goal. So, another one is like, so what I'm trying to say is having correct goal in your life is like the most important thing in your life. There's a good metaphor. Brian Tracy, I think it was like the pigeon concept. Let me just find Brian Tracy pigeon concept. Yeah, so like I read a lot of books by Brian Tracy. He's very, very, he's like a success coach and he has a lot of good concepts. Okay, so his idea was, it was metaphorical, of course, but you can take a homing pigeon, right? Put it into a cage, drive it like 1,000 miles anywhere, and then let it loose, and it's going to come back to its nest. So it has no compass, it has no GPS, and yet somehow, by stroke of magic, she's able to figure out how to get back to home. That's how these pigeons were used kind of for postal services when obviously emails were not, like during war times, because they're so efficient at finding their home, right? So you take a homing pigeon, you drive it to whatever the next castle, and you need to send the message back to your original castle where the pigeon came from. So you put the message on the bird, and you let the bird go, and it will fly back to the original castle because that's where its nest is, right? And deliver the message. So now humans have very similar behavior where if you set a goal in your head, you will eventually figure out how to get it. Because your brain becomes very tuned to finding out ways how to improve your current situation to get to that specific goal. So it's very important to have, well, it's very important to have very specific goals that you can measure. Like winning game is measurable goal. Making awesome plays is very subjective. Having fun is very subjective. Okay? Another one of my goals was, for example, in League of Legends, let's just talk about League of Legends, to become good at, like, I wanted to answer the question, am I a good player or am I a shitter? A dude with 52 KDA, 100% win rate is a good player, in my opinion, right? I can win 100% of my one-on-one games, so I can confidently say I'm a good player. Alright? So, yeah, so make sure you set up good goals. Like, for example, you can say, okay, I want to become a very good programmer, and I want to earn 100,000 euro per year salary. Okay? That's a good goal. So you break it down into, okay, first, I have to go into another one, which is another concept. Okay, so if you're setting a goal for like 100k salary, you have to understand, like, there are 2 points in every job. There are 2 points. One is experience, and 2 is salary. When you're starting out, you want experience more than you want salary, because experience equals skill, and skill drives your salary. Do you understand? So this is effect of your experience and skill. So as your skill goes up, your salary goes up. Now there's a third skill, which is finding opportunities. So when, let's say, I don't know, let's say you tripled your power, but your salary is the same. That's a problem because your company is not rewarding you. So you have to then look for opportunities. Okay? Because salary doesn't always directly, it's not like League of Legends where you, as you become better, you start winning more and more and more, assuming you dodge correctly. It becomes easier and easier to win because it's an automatic system. Whereas in real life, you have to talk to your boss. Most of the time, they want to underpay you, so it's your job to negotiate. And if they don't want to pay you what you think you should be getting paid, then you have to find better opportunities. Alright, but again, you see, that's a tangible goal. So you can look at LinkedIn, you can look at Indeed and say, okay, what type of skills do I need to have in order to earn 100,000 as a developer? And then once you develop those skills, salary will come naturally. But you see how goal is like the starting point, as opposed to just randomly waking up and be like, hey, I'm just gonna play League today, and that's it. Like, if you just set this as a goal, you're gonna have random shit, because you're gonna walk around the map thinking to yourself, why are you doing this? Oh, I want to have fun. Okay, let's just go into a team fight and just press buttons. As opposed to a guy who wakes up and says, okay, I'm going to go today and win every single game possible, and I'm going to improve myself as I go along. So how does that manifest itself? I'm dodging shit lobbies, and I'm watching my reviews to get better, and I'm winning every single time. Okay? So make sure that you set a specific goal in life and in League. Take care.